Hello, Comrade. Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. In today's episode, what we're going to do is we are going to make people work. That's right. At present, we have just over, I think it is, 1,400. Yeah, almost 1,500, actually. 1,500 people that are unemployed. Now, that's fine. That's not necessarily a problem. However, we need those people to start doing productive stuff for the greatness of our glorious republic, indeed. And some of the places that I want to increase production, the coal mine, that's absolutely somewhere where we need to get more resources coming into the ore processing plant. That's something that we need to do for sure. Also, up here in the iron mine, we need more people in the iron mine. We also need a couple more people in the steel mill because at the moment we're just not turning steel into... not turning iron into steel fast enough. So that's what we want to try and do. I'm pretty determined to make that happen. Now, something which I did think about just briefly, and I want to see if it's going to be a possibility, was to put in another coal mine over here somewhere. Now, there is a source. There is a coal mine source out here, and we could always find a way to get coal moved over from here to here. I mean, we could do that, but I'm not really certain that that's what we want to do. I think what we really want to do is try and get ourselves a better transport network. There we go. You go there, and you can just go into the depot. Or not. Cancel, go to depot. Just drive past here. Yeah, this depot is somewhat inaccessible by a lot of people at the moment. Let me see about that. And then that. That might cause a problem. There we go. Hopefully that won't cause too many problems with signaling and whatnot. And what I really want to do is I want to change these vehicles into 2-vehicle trains. So you go to the depot. That's great. And also, why is this a double signal right here? This should absolutely not be a double signal. I'm constantly finding issues with the train network. There's always some issues. Right, go there. Yeah, so I want to try and double up all of these trains and go here. Maybe even triple up some of them, but I don't want to triple up some of them just in case we end up with any issues. What I suspect will end up happening is we probably want to try and maybe, as I sort of talked about like ages and ages and ages ago, like put a track in here to allow the trains to go directly past. But that's a problem for another day. Okay, let's try and triple this train. See if it makes any difference. Okay, and dispatch. Perfect. You're going to come out the other side. You're going to come in here. Great. Let's try and triple this train. The great thing about this is that this train engine is so darn cheap to buy, which I love. It's really, really good. Okay. Perfect. And one more. And the last train. Boom. Boom. No. Did I cancel the orders of this train? Oh no, I canceled the orders of this train. Well, I'm pretty sure this train is one that goes from here. I'm pretty sure it goes... Yeah, it goes here to here. Right, now this is a little bit of an ambitious... A little bit of an ambitious operation, because at the end of the day... We're not able to pass larger trains on the passing points, so we're just gonna have to wing it. Right, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So that we've basically tripled the length of... Basically tripled the length of 3 vehicles here. We already have a couple of doubles running on the network. So we'll just see how effective that actually is. Another thing that I want to try and do is... I do want to redo this area. Like, at the moment, this area looks utterly abysmal. Like, this whole spaghetti junction here. In fact, you know what? Let's do that right now. Let's do that right now. I'm a sucker for change. It's quite poetic, actually, isn't it? Okay. You know what? Just get rid of all this. But don't get rid of the road. Because I actually do want that road to remain. Right. That to there. That to there. Perfect. Okay, so here's the plan. As it currently stands, this is not a very successful rail removal tool. Sorry, I don't want to blame the tool. I should probably be blaming the operator. The operator of this rail removal tool is unskilled and needs to practice his rail removal technique. Apparently, you can only remove rail between signals. There we go. Just click it, click it, click it lots. Okay, good. Just take it back to there, and there we go. Take this back as well. Why can I not do this? Oh, it's because there's a train on the track. Alright, well that's fine. We'll deal with this in just a second. But for now, we've got a lovely open area with which to expand into. I might need to get rid of this pipeline here, but that's a problem for a different day. So, what we want to try and do is we want to try and bring the tracks out just a little bit. Can we bring them out under there? Hold on, we're gonna have to pause this. We're gonna have to unpause this because I really want to change that bit of track. That's intensely annoying, but that's fine. Okay, let's do this. You know what? If it had to be between like one track, might not be the craziest thing in the world, but I do want to sort of drag these tracks together. Like I want them to be. Okay, you know what? This is just getting a little bit ridiculous. Let's get rid of the pipeline because that's absolutely not a primary bit of importance right now. Right, drag that out there. And then what we want to do is we want to create a magical crossing point. In fact, you know what? It might even be so magical that we just do it with one track. Like, we allow access to one side of the track for both of these trains, and then we have like a parallel track that we run, sort of like run past here. That's actually not an idea that I completely despise. Okay, let's run that like there. Let's cancel this track, because I think that we can make this look slightly better. Okay. I say that I thought we could make it look slightly better. Not entirely sure if that ambition still remains credible. Let's bring this out further down here. And bring this down here. Right. There's some shenanigans going on. I'm not super happy with this, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's do that. So, we're going to have one track that's accessible by trains coming through here, and then another track that is accessible only from trains coming through here. Do I love that? No, I don't. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But it might just work. Also, we could maybe get something that looks like that. You know what? That's a very, very good idea. That's what we'll do. So, we'll try and see if we can get both tracks accessible by both sides, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so what do we got over here? We've got... I need to put some signals further up the track as a marker to myself as to which direction the track, which direction they're gonna go in. So that can be connected up pretty much just to there. That can be connected up to there. Don't love the little kink that we've got going on here, but this is fine. And then what we're going to want is we're going to want to have a track that comes down here. Not to there. We're going to want to have a track that comes into here. Is this going to work? This might not even work in the way that I want it to. The track needs to connect up to the back, to the line going back. Right. Let's try and connect this track up before we connect this track up. You know what? That looks pretty darn good. That looks pretty darn good. And then let's see if we can get a track in here as well. Don't love the way that that looks. And also don't love how that doesn't work at all. But we can fix this. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, sure. And we'll need to take this back just a smidgen. Clearly we'll need to take this back as well. Okay. This is just, it's always rail, isn't it? It's always rail that is my downfall. Okay, so that goes there, just like that. And then we're also going to have, we can take this back a little bit if we need to. We're going to have a track that comes across here. And that will also get connected up here, right? Crossing not allowed? Come on. Let's try and connect this up. It connects up parallel, but it just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to go in. Okay. Look, there we go. That actually ends up working. Okay, let's do that and then see if we can merge in. All right. It's not pretty, but it does actually work. It does actually work. So that's that. Then what we want to see if we can do is we want to see if we can do like a merge from this track into this track here. You know, so a merge from like the input to that track over there. I think that this might be a little bit out of the realm of our capability. So at the moment, let me walk you through it. Let me walk you through the situation. So a train comes in along here, choo-choo, choo-choo, choo-choo-choo, comes in along here, up here, into this left track, and then it drives back down this right track, along this bit of track right here. Perfect. A train coming from this direction, comes along this track, choo-choo-choo, up here, merges in, up into this right-hand side track, then comes back down, this right track, and over here. In fact, does it even do that? I don't even know. But also, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we have a connection running from here right over to here. There we go. So that should work. I think, to be honest, we just want to play it simple. Maybe, you know, leave ourselves a little bit of room for error, you know? We can always go back and change things if we want to. There's no real need to make this our final design at the moment. Alright, connect that up there. And connect that up there. Okay, so let's see how much this is going to cost us. 40,000 rubles or so. Oh, of course, this train just had to go in the wrong direction. Alright, so this is going to go from... This is one of the meat grad trains. Here's what we're going to do. Let's buy a brand new train. Let's copy the schedule onto that train. And let's dispatch you. Then what we're going to do is we're going to basically reprogram this train. Yeah. And we're going to reprogram it to go to this train stop. Yeah, ditch meat grad. Sure. There we go. And that should have no difficulty now. I say no difficulty. It might still have some difficulty, but at least it will work. How the heck is this not working? Ah, probably because we have not got a proper system in place. I.e. a proper signaling system in place. That train will now work though, which is great. How do we even do this? Ideally, I'd like to run a bit of track past this station, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility. I'll tell you what, it might actually be possible. Might actually be a possibility to run a bit of track past here. But I'm not even sure that we want to do that, considering we're going to need to have the train pass through here anyway. Well, it might be nice to bypass this station as we start to use this station more to deliver people to Potato Grad Train Station 1 and Industry Grad Train Station. We're probably going to want a bypass. Huh. Okay, well what we can do is we can set up the appropriate signaling for this section of track. Okay, do that there. Nope. Needs to be that there. We need to be consistent. We absolutely need to be consistent with our access and our direction of travel. Okay, and then that there. Is that the same direction on both tracks? It is actually the same direction on both sides of the track, which is kind of nice. Okay, can't actually place any signals there. Glorious. Will that in fact be enough? Yeah, we'll give that a shot, see if that works. There we go, and there we go. And there we go. Okay, let's see if this makes any difference. If in doubt, just add a couple of signals. I'm sure it'll go completely fine. Okay, so that'll allow this train in here. Okay, glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. I'm still thinking that maybe a bypass is in order. Because we do have rather a lot of backlog. Which is not so great. Okay, well we're still picking up a good number of workers over here, which is great. Just thinking that a bypass might eventually be something that we want to do. Just get a, you know, a quick access route for trains, really. Also, what we really need to do, and what I've been long avoiding, is moving this junction way closer to the station. It just makes sense. This seems to work, though. For all intents and purposes, seems to work pretty well. Yep, you should just blaze right through. Perfect. One of the problems with this game is that we cannot increase the number of platforms, or increase the number of platforms at a specific train station. So we're sort of doomed to forever have two train platforms at any one station. Also, I do need to connect this pipeline up over here. I don't think that that's going to be too difficult to do, albeit a slightly expensive thing to do. There we go. Good enough. And what do you know? I think that that ends up working fairly darned well, to be honest. Yep, doesn't look like we're having any major difficulties with this whole system. And as long as we can deal with the amount of trains that we have arriving with one platform, then I don't think that we'll have any issues whatsoever. What I think the eventual answer is fewer trains but more carriages. You know, we're already trying to commit to that. This is the problem with more carriages. This is the problem with more carriages, which I was really hoping to avoid. Yeah. This is the problem. So you're going to Potatograd train station, but apparently you've been stopped. Yeah, so now all of the stops, all of the sidings, all of the laybys, all of the overtaking points need to be completely reconfigured for longer trains, which is not a good system. Not a good system at all. But it would be avoided if we design a loop system. But unfortunately, that's not what I'm really interested in doing. I want to try and make this work. This is the Industry Grad train platform, so you're also heading in this direction. You're both heading in the same direction. You're both heading in the same direction, but... boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is a little pickle that we got ourselves into here. I could put a chain signal in at some point up here. Maybe we need to solve this with a chain signal. Just trying to think of absolutely anything that we can end up doing to fix this whole problem. Okay, what we can do is we can delete this horrible crossover that we've got going on over here. Because that is not actually required. That is not actually required in the slightest. So let's ditch that. Ditch that entirely. And then I think, to be honest, the future is with this loop out here. You're now entirely lost. It's because you can't cross over. Yeah, I appreciate that. To be honest, I think that we're going to have to reinstate a crossover. The fact that it's here doesn't particularly matter. There we go. Okay, get a crossover there. But then... let's do a chain signal. Just as sort of a test, a proof of concept, really. Oops. Yeah, as a proof of concept, let's see about this. Right. So... Still no movement here. Okay, that's great. There's absolutely nothing that we can do here. Can I place track to go from like here to here? Oh, goodness gracious me. This is a mess. This is a mess, and this is the problem with longer trains on a track that wasn't designed to have longer trains. I don't understand what is inhibiting this train from actually moving. It's managed to get itself on the wrong bit of track for some obscure reason. Go to Potatograd train station. And then you remove that signal. Remove that signal. Remove that signal. Remove this signal. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait until... we're going to wait until all of the trains have sort of evacuated themselves from this area. and then we're gonna have a little shot at redesigning it. Okay, stop. Yeah, so let's take a little crack at redesigning this in its entirety. And this is another place where I'd love a bypass, because there's so many trains that pass through this area, which are not actually going to this specific train station. I told you that in this episode we were going to fix our broken transport network. And indeed we're doing it. We'll have to wait and see till the end of the episode to see if it actually makes a difference with regards to getting employed people any more into work. Okay, so get rid of this. Get rid of that. Okay, perfect. So what we have is we've got 2 bits of track. Can we make a bypass? That's going to be the real question. Technically, we need 2 bypasses, to be honest. You know what? Maybe we try ditching this. See if we actually can remarkably make a bypass around here. I somehow suspect that that will be a no. Yeah, overlaps with the existing construction. I mean, it's not a super important piece of construction. However, it is kind of necessary that it stays. Yeah, you know what? We'll think about that in a little bit. We don't actually need a bypass for now. However, we do need to take these bits of track out by a little bit, which will allow us to do a crossover right here. Crossover. Crossing is not allowed, but that crossing is somehow allowed. Please explain to me how that works. Okay. Right, build that. Pause. How is this? How does this work? I'll never know. Okay, build that up there. Okay, there we go. Great. We got it. We did it. Happy us. Okay, and then chain signal right there, and oh, you're kidding me. Okay, turns out nope. Delete all of that track. Place a chain signal right there, and a regular signal right there, and a regular signal right there. Then we'll get a crossover right over here. Perfect. And then the output will be this way. That's actually the complete wrong direction that I've put, or the complete wrong location that I've put that chain signal, but that's actually fine. It doesn't particularly matter. Chain signal goes right there, and the train on the way back goes that way. Okay. So that doesn't really solve our problem. Doesn't really solve our problem at all. Let's unpause just briefly. We still need passing points. We still need a passing point. Are we able to fit a passing point in over here? I somehow very much think that we're not going to be able to make this happen. I also think it's gonna be tough. Here's what we're gonna do. This will work much better with a bypass. This would work way better with a bypass if we could somehow manage to find a way to squeeze a bypass in here. Even with a railway bridge, is it possible? No, I don't think it's going to be possible. Okay, let's connect this up. Let's connect this up. Just to sort of see how it actually works, how it actually functions. Right. Shouldn't have any issues getting to here. It's going to be coming back that's the problem. Right, you guys are now lost, and you guys need to get to industry grad. Yeah, that is gonna be a challenge. As I say, unless we have that sweet, sweet bypass that we're just looking for. Also, that needs to get removed and replaced with a regular signal. There's no way that I can sort of make a track run parallel over here, is there? Because if I could just get a cheeky little crossing over here, you never know, it would be ever so glorious. Be the most glorious thing. I don't think this is gonna work. As much as I would love to see it. Yeah, it's gonna absolutely mess up the road over here. In fact, it's already messed up the road over here. That's not possible to fix now. What about a bridge? What about a railway bridge that runs down this side? Oh, how about a railway tunnel, actually? What about a tunnel? To be honest, I actually really like the idea of a tunnel. There's no way that we can sort of just make a cut into the mountain over here at some point. Imagine if we did that. That would be sickeningly good. Tunnel above ground at some stage. Doesn't look like it's going to be a possibility. Take another crack at it. Overlaps with existing construction. Oh, come on. Get creative, video game. Think of all of the possibilities that we could have if we had a glorious tunnel. We could always try for a glorious bridge down this sort of section. It does actually work. But then again, will it actually work? If we could make a bridge go from here to here. I mean, this was always going to be a tough gig. This was always going to be a tough gig. The real question is, do we actually need to have a bypass in order for it to work? I think that the answer to that is yes, because I think that the signals are going to end up confusing things slightly. So, you know this road that I worked ever so hard to build? I think we're actually going to have to demolish this road, just temporarily. Right, let's put in a third track there. Connect that up there. Okay, take this back. That road is actually not essential at the present moment. It's not essential at the moment, mind you, so that could change. Okay, now, what about a railway bridge? What about a railway bridge starting a little bit further back? There is sort of a way that it could work, which I like. Hill is causing an obstruction. Let's give this a crack. Okay, it's looking okay at the moment. Can I connect up to here, please? You need to feel around for it. Okay. And again, it's like, it's doable. Like, I can feel that it is within our grasp. But it's just ever so tantalizingly far. I wish I could make a road and rail bridge at the same time. That would be something cool to do. I really don't want to demolish this road, because that road is actually really, really important. It's really, really important that we don't demolish that road. However, let's demolish this footpath thing. We will reconnect it up afterwards. Okay. There's no way that that will allow us to make a crossing over here. I just don't think that this is foreseeable. There's almost no way that this will actually work. Right? I really hate doing that. Alright, let's give this a bash. Alright, delete this stupid road bridge, this stupid rail bridge, which I... Alright. Also not super convinced that this is gonna work. Too big a descent downhill. This was originally one of my concerns. This is a very interesting bit of land that we happen to be building on. That works, though. That works. That does actually remarkably work. Okay, good. Disconnect that there. And try again. In fact, you know what? Just bring this back just a smidgen. Because we can have this track going like this. Once we get rid of that silly pylon. This better work, by the way. If we don't see unemployment figures going down by a lot, then I'm going to be complaining very, very hard. That way, by the way, so we'll have the incoming trains come down this way. We did eventually manage to get a bypass in place. I can't believe it. Incoming trains will come down this way. And we'll chill out over here until this section of track is free. I think that will be fine. And then the outcoming trains will just go back through either junction at the station. Okay, now here's going to be the real challenge. First of all, getting the gravel road connected back up here. In fact, I dislike this so much. In fact, it's not even that essential. As long as we can get a footpath back up, that's actually remarkably easy. Okay, we don't actually need to get a road connection to the train station. Unless it goes on fire, there's no real reason to deal with that. Okay, now let's see if we can miraculously manage to find a way for this road to run over here, because I am really, really doubtful. What I suspect that we might end up having to do is build a connection up this way. Is that road connection strictly necessary? Yes, it is. In fact, it is so unbelievably necessary that I'm annoyed that we even have to talk about how necessary it is. That's how necessary it is. That's when you know it's really, really necessary. There's no way to get it to cross all those 3 tracks. I mean, there is a way that we could do it with road bridge. That's definitely a possibility. Okay. Okay, can't build due to infrastructure. Angle of connection is too sharp. Some other infrastructure is in the way. That's in the way. However, I actually think that this is doable. This is totally doable. Right. Give me another crack, please, video game. Let's start from this side this time. Okay. Yeah, other infrastructure is in the way. I am aware. Okay, that's going to be a very, very steep bridge, but somehow I suspected it'll be worth it. Okay. Oh. I'm seeing possibility here. This actually works. Okay, the angle of the downward slope is too sharp, but that's fine. What do you know? That's actually completely doable. How is that the unbelievable part here? Okay, delete that, and delete this. Alright, it's a miracle. It is literally a Christmas miracle. It's going to cost us an absolute arm and a leg. In fact, I'm not even certain that we're going to be able to build it, because it's going to be so darn expensive. There's a building in the way right there, really? Really? That's fine. Okay. Bring that back as far as possible. Down to the ground. Too sharp a turn? Come on, I just had that. I just had it. I had it all in there. It was all locked and loaded. Okay. Connect that up there. See if we can find a way to miraculously make this work. It does want to work. It's just, it's so darn close. I think it's probably going to involve getting rid of this building here. So a way that we can come over the top. Maybe the answer is more road bridges. Truthfully, that might be the answer. Hey, you know what? That looks good. Alright, take this back just a smidgen. And then let's try. Okay, no, it was better without that taken back. That looks good though. That looks real good. Okay. Get rid of that. Oh, come on. Overlaps with existing construction. You were just happy to do it. Alright. Miraculously, it does actually work. Okay, no idea how we're going to connect that up via road. Does it really need to be connected up via road? Not particularly. Okay, let it build. See what happens. Look at the elevation on that. Look at the elevation on that. That's crazy. Okay, we need to we need to connect this up. Okay, first of all, is the train system working? The train system seems to be working. Where are you going? You're going to Industrograd. Go to the Potatograd train station. In fact, we can delete the Potatograd train station. No, hold on. You need to go here. And then delete the Potatograd train platform small. Delete that. Yeah, so try that. No. Just go to Potatograd train station. You've now managed to get yourself in a rut here. How is that possible? Go here. Go here. Literally just go there. Okay, but it looks like all trains to... Oh, yeah. Okay. Great. Now, go to Potatograd train station. Delete that there. It's glorious. Truly, it's glorious. What is this? A new type of vehicle? That's great. I'm super excited about that. That's fantastic. Okay, pause and let's look at doing some road stuff. Oh, I can't do any road stuff because it's not good. We got money in the bank, got cash in the tank, but it's not great. Still no way that that'll somehow magically connect up. That does actually connect up. Shock horror right there. But this is going to be a problem. Right, delete that bridge there. It looks stupid anyway, so I don't like it. Okay. Okay, here's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and ever so carefully. Okay, no, maybe we're not going to try and do that. I was going to say, we're going to try and ever so carefully build out a bridge. No, this just remains completely impossible. How glorious is that? Not very glorious, I gotta be honest with you. Not very glorious at all. Okay. How far can we actually go down? Like this, I'm absolutely shocked that that's even a possibility. That we can go downhill this fast. I mean, we are going to connect eventually to this bit of road. However, there's just too many trucks here. And I don't... Can I actually get them to go to the depot? Okay, you go to the depot as well. Let's get a couple of trucks to go to the depot. Because if we get the trucks to go to the depot, then... First of all, it gets them out of our way. We don't actually need these trucks to do anything anymore. Yeah, we've kind of had enough of them. Right, you're going to the depot. You can go to the depot. These trucks are just driving around aimlessly now, and I don't know what we're gonna do with them. At least this bridge is gonna work eventually. I'm sure it will. Just wait. Just wait, comrades. Right. Go to the depot. At least we've got two ways to connect this area up. We've got that road still in play. This road is actually not super essential. But it's one that I want to have. We can't just have one access point to this industrial area. Right, is that all of the vehicles going back to the depot? It looks like it. Can't delete that part. Okay, great. Still no luck. Okay, well, with that, we should have free reign to delete as much road as we want. Beautiful. Okay, no, apparently not. Not as much free reign as I was originally anticipating. Okay. Okay, good. Hey, what do you know? That actually ends up working. Okay, now I would still like to have this connected over there. That's perfect. And that, I think, solves all of our problems. All of our conceivable problems are now solved. Apart from, of course, the problems that we're now having up here. The fact that this train is now too long. Too darned long. It's literally too long to sit over the points. Okay, you know what? We can actually fix this relatively easily. I say relatively easily. It's still a pain that we're going to have to do this. Because I don't want to. But this whole area needs a refit anyway. Okay, go to Potatograd train platform. Oh, you just don't want to do it. It's just too long. It's just too long. Oh, you stupid, stupid train. I mean, if in doubt, just remove the signals and they'll do funky stuff. but sometimes funky stuff just isn't enough. Right, try that there. Look, I found you a way. I found you a way home. There you go. You can go up this way. This whole area is going to get deleted and redone. Because we can't keep having this. And we also need double access to this. We need to have 2 trains in here at once. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay, just delete this. Just delete this bit of track. No, there's a train on it. No, there's still a train on it. Oh, you're kidding me. There's a bit of train on here. Okay, just come forward. I mean, literally anything. Well, just, jeez Louise, what a complete mess. Okay, look, here we go. Delete this. Delete this. Connect that up. Okay, great. Crisis actually averted. How is this not working? Okay, here we go. Look, pause. I went through all of that effort to build a bloomin' bypass, and this is how I'm rewarded by a petulant train who doesn't want to work. Okay, there we go. Let's do this. Connect that up temporarily. Industry grad train station. Go. Why is it not going? Is it the wrong way around? Oh yeah, it is the wrong way around. Still not entirely sure why that's the case, but hey ho. Alright, so that's great. That's great. This is fine. This is fine. We've got this. We've got this. We've got this. How are you lost? You shouldn't be lost. What I want to do is I want to set up a simple little crossover over here so the trains can get back out. They will come in. Oh, stupid. They'll come in via this route. Okay. So that goes there. Then we have a chain signal right here. If in doubt, place more signals, eh? That's the moral of the story. And then this will be the return leg. Right, you go to Potatograd train station, turn around, and go. Okay, great. Now that should actually end up working. We still have this train parked over here, which is fine. All of these guys are now completely hideously lost because, I mean, they shouldn't be lost actually. Truck unloading, aggregate truck loading. I mean, they should be able to access the aggregate truck unloading. Also, pause quickly and just build up a little bit of medium voltage wire here. There we go. So you didn't even need a pillar there to begin with. And also, I did kind of decimate this wire. This wire has probably been the most decimated wire since the start of the game. I keep on just, you know, building it, unbuilding it, building it, unbuilding it, building it, unbuilding it. Oh. How are you lost? No, how many people are unemployed? 1,900. I've increased it. How is that even possible? Okay. We're doing this. We're sorting this. This is, you know what? There's no pain without gain. There is literally no pain without gain. And you know what? We've suffered a lot of pain in this episode. How is this? How are you lost? You have somehow managed to get lost. Is it because there's no way back except through via that train? The train station over here? Or is it because the signals are not working particularly well? I just don't understand this one, I'm afraid. At least the services have resumed to the Potatograd train station. Potatograd small train station. However, these trains are both still very, very lost. I'm trying to think what the problem could be. It seems like they're able to get back... Oh no, hold on. Maybe that signal is just placed wrong. Maybe that's the one. That was sort of a relic of the leftover little lay-by that we had over there. Okay, that looks like it's solved both of our problems in one. How remarkable. Right, put that there. Great, so will that actually work? I think that it legitimately will. Also, we've increased the capacity, or we've increased the usage of the tracks at the Industrigrad train station, which is really, really important. Ah, a brand new people carrying wagon. Well, that is glorious. Truly glorious. Okay, hold up. I need to... Can I put a... No. I was thinking about maybe enabling wait until loaded there, but I don't think that that's the right attitude to take. The fact that this is still a single bit of track is actually obscene. Like, it should definitely be 2. Because as it currently stands, only one train can exist on it. How are we doing over here? Not great. Not bad though. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is very much fine. Okay, have we fixed the issues over here? It looks like we actually have. This actually might just work. Okay, what's our unemployed number now? It's still 1,900. I wanted to bring that down by at least, like, maybe not 1,000, but at least a couple of hundred during this episode. I can't go back and say, hey, I've increased the number of unemployed people substantially. How can I do that? Okay, we got a full load of 285 workers. That's great. That is fantastic. That is really, really good. Okay. Even though this has the small Potatograd train station plumbed in, it doesn't actually need to do that. Iron ore processing. No, we don't actually need that many people to go to the iron ore processing plant. There we go. This works. This works, and it is fantastic. Okay, that's a big load of train. I'm pretty happy with that. You know what? Even though we've just got one line here, I kind of like it. Like, it's kind of got character, you know? I mean, it's not hugely efficient, because it means that only one train can ride down this bit of track at once. And it's almost certainly going to get changed at some point. However, it's not too shabby. And actually, this system is straight up begging for change over here. This can be updated so that it's got multiple different signals on the points. There's no reason why we can't have the entire number of trains that are currently heading to Industrigrad train station just queued up on this little bypass over here. So that's kind of nice. That's good. These trucks are doing what they're supposed to do, even though they've got no one working because there's nobody working here. A little bit of a problem, gotta be honest. However, we're getting people in now, which is great. All right, this is looking good. Number of unemployed people, it's down to 1,200. That's great. So that means that we have actually had a positive impact. Can you believe that? To be honest, I actually can't. I legitimately cannot believe that we've actually done something remarkably correct. Or at least somewhat correct. Yeah, this train isn't really having the desired effect, presumably because there's so many trucks that are just chilling around. We've got a depot almost full of trucks. In fact, it's overflowing with trucks. A depot that is overflowing with trucks because we've got too many just sitting around. Meanwhile, how's our oil production going? Is our oil production even going? Yeah, doesn't look like there were too many interruptions in oil production. It's looking good. Looking very, very good indeed. So that's great. Universigrad doesn't look like the people being transported to Universigrad was interrupted. 27% through research of chemicals. Everyone with a university degree has moved out of here, presumably because I didn't provide them with food or entertainment or anything nearby. Whoops, that's on me, that one. However, are we making alcohol? We're actually making alcohol. Do we not have an alcohol truck? I'm definitely sure that I set up an alcohol truck, but maybe we're just doing too much alcohol delivery. And not enough food delivery. I am somewhat concerned that we're perhaps maybe not making enough food. How are we doing transporting all of our resources from here? Not too bad, to be honest. Doing pretty darn good. We're doing pretty darn good over here. A lot of stuff that is grown that we're just waiting to harvest, that we're currently harvesting at the moment. This is going well. This is going well. I mean, our money is a little bit precarious at this exact moment, but you caught me off guard. Have I? Oh, it's gone back up again. It's gone back up again. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna introduce a brand new service. So this is gonna be a big service. What was the new passenger wagon? No. Tram? This one, yeah. A DR Class VT. Motor wagon. It's not great. Not great at all. I'll just get another one of these then. Alright, here's my thought process. My thought process is, let's get a brand new service from here to here. Beautiful. Literally, just want people to work. Just want people to work in the iron ore processing and the iron mine and the steel mill. Okay, let's do that. Let's go and have a look and watch our glorious creation flourish. How is this area capable of operating entirely reasonably without a bypass, whereas the other area just isn't? To be honest, I think that this game it has issues with like single track. It has issues with single track. That's for sure. Also, I'm going to make a slight amendment to this setup. Remove that signal, remove that signal. There we go. Look at how smoothly this area is working. This is going to be the first of our brand new trains over here. Hopefully it's going to pick up lots of people, lots and lots of workers. 50 workers, 56 workers, 60 workers. Is that it? That is somewhat disappointing. Is that the Universigrad train? That is the Universigrad train. It's picking up mostly students. Where do passengers want to go? That's what I kind of wonder. Where do passengers want to go? Also, are there any people waiting at this bus stop or this bus stop over here? Not particularly. So why have I got so many unemployed people? Surely it should be less than that, right? Alright, well I think that we've remarkably managed to fix things up. Things look like they've sort of improved. What is that? That's a tram T3. We have a little look at what a tram T3 does. T3 is 86 passengers at 65 kilometers per hour. That's remarkably disinteresting. They also require electric rail, which is not something that I can currently offer. I'm afraid not. Have we got any coal here? Nope, no coal over there. Okay, is this whole system still working? Not particularly. Yeah, things are a little bit spotty. Okay, put it down to like yeah, remove that building from the list. That's not necessary. Okay, this is a bus full of people, full of workers. It's gonna presumably go up here. Building is stopped. Building is without a power supply. Did I disconnect this power supply as well? That is pretty important that I reconnect that. Oh. There we go. Honestly, that's on me. Shouldn't have done that. However, that's a lot of workers. That is a lot of workers there, which I'm pretty content with, you know? That's pretty darn good. 64, 90 workers. Yeah, we do need to get rid of some of these dumper trucks. There's no real reason to have so many just chilling around. Don't look at this. It's just when coal comes into the building and then gets exported very, very fast. Okay, how many people we got unemployed now? Oh, almost below 1,000. Almost below 1,000. We're ever so close. Okay, I do want to try and get some more of these guys back to the depot. The depot is full. Okay, so I can't actually do that unless I get another depot over there. Universigrad is sort of on its hands and knees because it's been left to rot without any food. The crop area is Graingrad, I should say. The crops are doing pretty good, actually. Crops are doing pretty darn good. Yep, I'm pretty happy with this whole process. It takes a long time for crops to get made, but it is what it is. Meatgrad is presumably still in the processes of growing. Yeah, Meatgrad hasn't even finished growing. And we started that last episode, so if you think about the length of time that that's going to take to come to fruition, then, you know, it's going to take a while, for sure. I still cannot believe all of the problems that we had with this whole system. How ridiculous. 90 workers coming through here. Great, great, great. Buses are doing a good job, to be honest. 135 workers. 135 workers just ain't that bad. It's pretty darn good. We need more workers at the steel plant, though, I suspect. And I say we need more workers at the steel plant. We don't actually need more workers at the steel plant. What we need is more coal at the steel plant. So we want to try and find a way to increase the number of workers getting to here. Probably need to just get another train, perhaps. Maybe a single carriage, maybe a double carriage. I also feel like we should maybe create like a recreational area for some passengers to chill out at, as opposed to only using our train stations for work transport. 300 passengers over here. Can you believe that? Oh, we're so close. We were so close to getting unemployed workers down below 1,000. But you know what? I think that we can actually be happy with the changes that we made today. Even though we spent almost all of the day fiddling around with track and trains, I think that we've now got a system that we can be pretty darn happy about. There's some upgrades which we can do, obviously, going forward. You know, some of the existing one-carriage trains, that can be changed. That can definitely be changed to slightly longer trains. Even the two-carriage trains can be upgraded to 3 carriages. I think 3 carriages is probably like the default that we want to make for our lines going forward, because it just seems to be a nice number, you know? And it doesn't look like we're getting as many workers as we need to get right now. 6 workers without a job, 134 citizens not able to enjoy culture. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do culture in the next episode. But the next episode will be when we deal with anything, actually, going forward. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Over to Potato. This has been Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I'll see you next time. Bye.